What's up, YouTube? This is Mathwas97, and welcome back to my SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 General Manager mode. As you can see, I am setting up a rivalry between Shelton Benjamin and Rey Mysterio, because I'm thinking I might try to start moving Shelton into the main event. So I think putting him in a rivalry with Mysterio would be a good way to try to do that. As for other rivalries, don't really have anything in mind at the moment. Obviously the tag team titles, they're kind of in a state of disarray at the moment because I have nobody to face Mercury and Nitro. Maybe I'll end up throwing together that team of Carlito and Kane. Somebody left a comment that I should call them like the Devil's Apple or something, because I think that's like a religious reference, like how the apple it's like temptation or whatever, and it plays with like, you know, Kane is the devil's favorite demon, so it kind of works. We could maybe do that. But that's all depending on whether or not Carlito can beat Finley in that singles matchup. So I'm just going to leave everything as is for right now. Obviously, we're going to work on a Mr. Kennedy JBL rivalry. What I think I'm going to do, obviously we're going to be playing the matchup between Carlito and Finley. But because I do have people who want title shots, I think I'm going to play it safe. We might do 2 matches for this episode. It's going to be... let me just see if this matchup works. It's a long shot, and especially with Undertaker being injured, it is a risk, but I think it's a necessary risk, because we have Eddie Guerrero, John Cena, and Shawn Michaels, who are all not looking too hot right now. They all want title shots. Oh, somebody isn't. I bet it's John Cena. Let's just throw Batista. Batista's not in contention. Okay, how about Triple H? No, is it Eddie Guerrero? Is Guerrero not in contention? Because if that's the case, then I think I might be in the clear with my other plan. What am I doing? What am I actually doing? It's Guerrero. Okay, change of plans. We're not going to do that. Not going to do that at all. Instead, we are going to... Remember the voting from Taboo Tuesday, how the other option was Edge and Eddie Guerrero? I think we are going to give them a tag team title shot. Because if Guerrero is not in contention for the WWE title, that means that he's not going to complain if I put him... No, let's not do that, let's not do that. One of the other ideas that I did like for Taboo Tuesday, but it just didn't work out because of how I structure the polls. Somebody suggested put Edge and Eddie Guerrero in a triple threat for the Intercontinental, or maybe do like a fatal 4-way with whoever the winner of the voting was. I ended up not doing that, but we're going to do it here. Mick Foley defends the Intercontinental title against Edge and Eddie Guerrero. So I think that'll work. That's our main event for this episode. And I guess we'll interview somebody. Let's not do that right now, though. Yeah. So that's going to be our main event. And I guess we're going to do 2 matches this episode. So welcome back, GM mode, even though it never went anywhere. But for me, haven't done this in a while. Need the advertising promo, though. So Shawn Michaels could get a WWE title match. I really don't want to put that together this week, though. I really don't. So what's going to happen? We are going to have... If Shawn Michaels wants to step up to the #1 contender's role, he's going to have to take on Kurt Angle in singles action. And yeah, we're going to put John Cena in there as the manager. Figuring out what to do with John Cena is going to be a bit of a pain. Actually, now I can check. I couldn't check for Taboo Tuesday because they had it blocked off. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, good. They cannot steal one of our superstars. So I don't have to worry about morality at this point. Actually, out of curiosity, while I have that up. No, they have 2 weeks on contract, so I'm okay yet. I have a ways to go. So I don't have to really worry about Michaels and Cena. I really don't have to worry about morality in general, but I'm gonna go with this matchup because I do think it'll work. I do think it's a necessary thing. I know that they lost the Fatal 4-Way, so it kind of goes against what's going on with Carlito and Finlay, but shh, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't defy what's going on there. The important thing is that Carlito and Finlay are getting a chance. They're relevant on the card. Okay, we have to just, I guess, accept the minor inconsistency there. Then, of course, Paul Burchill, the standard handicap squash. One thing that I wasn't able to comment on before because everything was pre-recorded, the people who want Paul Burchill to get a title shot. I just find that to be hilarious. So you know what? We've got Burchill on, I think he's got either 5 or 7 weeks on that contract. So I'm gonna simulate this handicap matchup. Paul Burchill did beat Kurt Angle. Perhaps it was just out of pity that Kurt Angle, or maybe The Undertaker cost Kurt Angle. But if Paul Burchill can win this handicap matchup, I will consider giving him a push for a championship. It's gonna be a long journey because he's got 54 popularity. I kind of buried him so that I would be working against myself, but if he can win this handicap matchup, I will give him a shot at a championship. What championship that will be, I don't yet know, but we're gonna make it really difficult on him though, because it's gonna be Batista and Triple H, because I want to keep that rivalry going. We'll give that a week to kind of cool down. And I'm going to throw Matt Hardy in there because Matt Hardy could use the victory. But if Burchill wins, then, well, that'll be interesting, to say the least. Inactive superstars, we have got a couple of people here. Actually, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We are going to put JBL and Mr. Kennedy in this matchup. So if they do lose, we can get a storyline out of it. Because it just continues to build into the dissension of JBL and Kennedy. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. Then, of course, we're going to have Batista and Triple H in something. Maybe what I could do is have... I got an idea. We're going to do... Let's do a tag team match. Shelton Benjamin and... Oh, wait, I did that wrong. Shelton Benjamin and Triple H. We're going to take on Batista and Rey Mysterio. Let's just switch those, because why not? So they're going to, kick off that rivalry. If I want to get Shelton Benjamin into, like, the main event mix, might as well start putting him in there with main event guys. And looking at who's left over, we've got Kane and Eminem. So this could potentially set up the match between, if I want to have Kane and Carlito challenge for the tag team titles, this could be the way to set that in motion. You know what? I might as well just make it a rivalry at this point. And I guess I have to just hope that Finley wins the other match. Now, I know I'm going to be playing that matchup, so I'm not going to sabotage it. I'm not going to sabotage it for Finley. I mean, I know that, like, I could because I'm playing it, but I like to keep all the matches fair. I don't feel like sabotaging it does me any favors. So we'll set it to New Year's Revolution. Whether or not we actually get there is open to debate. But yeah, so we've got that rivalries continuing. Yeah, I've covered all my bases. All right, so let's put together that final matchup. I already did. So it's gonna be Kane versus Mercury. Yeah. All right, I like this. I like this card. I like it a lot. So let's confirm it. And no, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna make you wait for that. We're gonna build the suspense. So we've got 2 matches, the IC title match and Carlito versus Finley. So let's go. Here we go, folks. The 2 upset winners from last night's Taboo Tuesday pay-per-view. They are gonna face off for the opportunity, potentially, of the series. Because I mean, if they lose here, it's back to the bottom of the card, and they're just struggling to make the Power 15 rankings. But a win here, and they have got an all-expenses-paid trip to an Intercontinental Championship match with, well, it might not even be Mick Foley. It could be Edge. It could be Eddie Guerrero. We don't know exactly when they're gonna get this title shot. It could be at Survivor Series, but because that's an interbrand pay-per-view, it might not happen there. It could be next week. I guess it just all depends on how things play out here. But regardless of the semantics of it all, exactly when the date will be, the important thing is that these 2 men are going to, I mean, they've got the chance to become #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, and that is huge. I talked about it during the Taboo Tuesday event, but especially for a guy like Finley, someone who just came over, well, both of these guys just coming over from SmackDown, struggling to make the Power 15. Carlito has had shots at the Intercontinental Championship in the past, but not Finley. Finley hasn't had that luxury. But if he could beat Carlito here tonight, he would get that shot. And imagine if he could win that matchup, then he's a mainstay on Raw, just like that. Here we go, folks. Finley versus Carlito. The winner moves on to face the Intercontinental Champion. And here we go. Right off the bat, collar and elbow tie-up. Rake of the eyes by Finley. Already Finley going for the dirty tricks. But Carlito right back at him. Raking his eyes. And some shots to the kidneys there of Finley. And Carlito just hammering away on the Irishman. The man who loves to fight, taking on the man who spits in the face of people who don't want to be cool, as his theme song says. I mean, we saw him do that to Shelton Benjamin, spitting that apple. Oh, what a kick to the face. Spitting the remains of that apple in the face of Shelton Benjamin. As Finley counters back with a low blow, ducks behind Carlito, and now he's got him by the arm. And a back suplex straight on that arm. This is not going to be pretty. Not when you're going up against a guy like Finley. Let's look at Finley, just a seated senton. Might have just crushed the wind out of Carlito. 1, 2. No, but Carlito able to kick out, but a near fall by Finley. There was a vicious seated senton there. You see Carlito still gasping for air. But Finley now tosses him into the corner. Running shoulder block. And again, Carlito going to be stuck gasping for air. Perhaps that's Finley's strategy, is just to target the abdomen of Carlito. Wait a minute, Finley looking to wrap things up here. He's got him up for the Celtic cross. Plants him, and that could be it. Finley hooks the leg on Carlito. 1, 2, 3. No, Carlito kicks out. Finley, that was his best shot. And Carlito just kicked out of it. And now Finley's getting frustrated. Oh, but knife edge chop countered by Carlito. He strikes back with one of his own. And this time with a clothesline. Just levels Finley. Last time it was a kick to the face, this time a clothesline. As Finley gets back to his feet, Carlito gonna dump him over the top rope. And Finley's spine cracking off that ring apron. As the referee starts the count, but Carlito's gonna go out. He's gonna pursue him. As Finley, really, that fall to the outside did a number on him. And Carlito trying to go to work on the back. Try to soften him up for that backstabber. That's what won him the match. Actually, no, it wasn't. Carlito just capitalized on a good situation. Same with Finley. You know, the circumstances of their victory. Oh my God, again. Every time. I hate the AI. But these two men capitalizing on similar circumstances, really just picking up the scraps of where their opponents left off. And that was how they scored their victories. But tonight, there are no circumstances like that. They gotta do it on their own. As, wait a minute, counter by Carlito. Finley tossed into the corner. And here's Carlito with the knee lifts straight to the midsection. As Finley crumbles in the corner. Carlito, he's got him right where he wants him. Let's look at this, sunset flip, but that's a rope break. Finley was right under those ropes, and now you see Finley. Finley ducking to the outside, looking to create some separation. Carlito going after him. Finley tried to, I think he tried to run around him, but a back body drop to the floor is not gonna help his case. It's definitely not gonna help him in a match with Carlito. And Carlito now single leg Boston Crab going back to work on the spine of Finley. No, now he's going after the leg. As Carlito back into the ring, referee up to a count of 5. Finley is gonna have to get into the ring. Oh, but instead, he picked the foot. He caught Carlito off guard and now hangs him out on that top rope. Finley now gonna follow him in. Finley again gonna go back to that arm with a back suplex. As now Finley, wait a minute, counter by Carlito. Carlito able to counter, look at this. Cool shot. Carlito connected with the cool shot. Is that gonna put Finley away? Carlito smartly dragging him to the center of the ring to avoid a rope break. 2, 3, and no, Carlito scores the win. And just like that, Carlito has booked himself a shot at the Intercontinental Championship. A great opportunity, would I say, a golden opportunity. Just like that apple, that golden delicious apple that Carlito is about to spit in Finley's face, and that certainly is not delicious. Well, Finley, he had a great opportunity tonight, but he just couldn't capitalize on it. And now, to determine who Carlito will face for that Intercontinental Championship, is it going to be the current champion, Mick Foley, or will it be one of the two challengers? Will it be the rated R superstar Edge, or Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero? We're gonna find out right here, right now, in our main event. As Edge making a beeline for that ring, he wants to get some revenge against Eddie Guerrero because they're in a rivalry. That's the reason. But he also wants championship gold. Ever since Randy Orton was traded to SmackDown, Edge wants to break out as a single star. And if it might not be the WWE Championship, if he might not be in contention for that right now, well then, why not go for the Intercontinental title? And that's just what Edge and Eddie Guerrero are looking to do tonight. As for Mick Foley, he has challenged for the WWE Championship before, and it seems as though he's just not cut out for that main event scene at the moment. But perhaps this reign as Intercontinental Champion could change that. Perhaps Mick Foley, by putting together an impressive title reign, he could move himself back into the main event scene. It's definitely a strong possibility, and that's just the fate that Mick Foley is looking to realize by retaining the title here tonight. 3 men will enter, but only 1 man will leave with the gold. Who's it gonna be? We're gonna find out right now. Oh, look at this, Guerrero going after the ref. What kind of strategy is this from Guerrero, as he just dumped the referee outside of the ring? I'm not entirely, I mean, we know that Guerrero likes to lie, cheat, and steal, but just dumping the referee outside of the ring like that, I'm not entirely sure what Guerrero is cooking. Oh, but no, he went for a steel chair shot to Foley. Foley's got the chair now. Well, I don't know if Guerrero trying to introduce weapons into this matchup is gonna do him many favors. Not against an opponent like Mick Foley. Well, I mean, if you can level him in the face, it doesn't matter if you're a hardcore icon or not. You're gonna go down. And out, no. Edge able to catch that steel chair, but Guerrero takes it back. And this time a shot to Edge. Foley back to his feet, but this time Foley caught it. And now, oh, there's a shot to the midsection. Shot to the midsection of Guerrero. Look at this. Oh, on the chair. On the chair. Double underhook DDT by Foley. And that is going to slow Guerrero down for sure. As now Mick Foley can turn his attention to Edge. Just striking him away. Oh, you saw that. Guerrero starting to get to his feet. So it's clear to see who Mick Foley sees as the greater threat in this matchup. And that's just because of Eddie Guerrero's unpredictability. As the minute that Guerrero made it back to his feet, Foley took him down. Immediately turning his attention away from Edge. But now, looks like Guerrero looking to make Foley pay for it. Vicious drop kicks in the corner. And now Guerrero turning his attention to Edge. Knife edge chop there to Edge. Guerrero starting to heat up once again. Knife edge chop to Foley. And another knife edge chop to Edge. Oh, he went for a clothesline on Foley, but Foley dodged it. Oh, and a drop toe hold. And Guerrero face plants into the canvas. Is now Edge looking to capitalize, taking down Foley. But again, their backs are turned on Guerrero. And Guerrero, well, he's got the chair, but he went outside after Foley. I thought he was going to strike Edge with it. But that doesn't seem to be the case. As Guerrero, well, he didn't quite hit anybody with that chair. I think he might have caught a glancing blow of Mick Foley, but it was definitely not what Guerrero was looking for. As now Guerrero up against that ring post. Skull first off the ring post goes Guerrero. And now Edge. Well, I thought he was looking to repeat the same thing with Mick Foley, but that was not the case. As now it's Edge currently standing tall. Guerrero the first to make it back to his feet. As a knife edge chop. Able to dodge that drop kick by Mick Foley. As Foley whipped into the barricade. And again, into the barricade, this time stomach first. That'll crush the life out of you. As Edge, a drop kick to the face of Eddie Guerrero, but now to the outside. As Foley and Edge have got each other. I'm guessing Eddie Guerrero can't do suicide dives, otherwise I just forgot how to do it. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. But right now, Mick Foley just striking Edge here, and Eddie Guerrero's just content to watch. Eddie Guerrero's in no hurry to save Edge here. Edge can't be pinned. It's not that kind of a predicament. So Guerrero is just gonna watch as Mick Foley just tears Edge apart. Just does some of the work for him. And now look at Eddie. Eddie Guerrero looking for the lasso from El Paso, but Foley quickly back into the ring. And I don't think Guerrero's gonna get the submission here. There's no way Foley lets that stand. And indeed he doesn't. But Eddie Guerrero, now a sleeper hold. Guerrero's persistent, that's for sure. But that doesn't mean that he's gonna walk away with the win here. Not with Mick Foley in the ring. As now Foley with a punch to the face off that headlock. But Edge back to his feet. Edge trying to recover here. But Guerrero has done, well, the combination of Eddie Guerrero and Mick Foley, they have done some serious damage. As now Edge has got Guerrero. Oh, nice counter there by Foley, taking a shot on both men. As now Edge a thumb to the eye. Well, turnabout's fair play there. Looking to bend the rules just like Eddie Guerrero would. Anything to gain the advantage in this triple threat matchup. Although, of course, it is a triple threat. No disqualification, no rope break. Counter there by Edge. Mick Foley gets taken down with a drop kick. As Edge punched to the face. Guerrero tried to strike him with a kick, but missed. Edge tossing Foley into the corner. As now chops there by Guerrero. And another one. And Guerrero, a massive kick to the face of Foley. As here comes Guerrero. He's got Foley, but again, a thumb to the eye. Dirty tricks, as always, from Eddie Guerrero. But Edge, you can see Edge is hurting right now. Everyone in this matchup is hurting. Everybody is feeling the effects. Oh, a drop kick to the knee of Foley. And look at Edge. Edge jumping right in there for the execution. But Guerrero not going to let that stand. As Guerrero tosses Edge into the corner. And he's looking to go back to that arm, the same move he used at Taboo Tuesday. Guerrero to the top, taking out Edge. As Mick Foley is right there, though. Foley with a drop kick now, returning the favor to Guerrero. Oh, and he takes out the leg of Guerrero. Guerrero unable to capitalize on his handiwork, thanks to Mick Foley. And now Mick Foley goes to work. Foley looking to go for the pin on Edge. 1, 2. Oh, but Guerrero kicked the ref. Guerrero kicked the referee. He knew he wasn't going to make it there to break up the pin in time, so he kicked the referee. And just like that, he's still alive in this matchup. Guerrero whips Edge into the corner, but Edge counters with a boot. And a drop kick, but Guerrero's still on his feet. Foley back to his. As Edge right now is in trouble, Foley's got him. But Guerrero not going to let that happen. Guerrero just looking to take shots at anything that moves. As now these three just trading strikes. Back and forth. Down goes Edge, but straight back to his feet. And Edge over the top rope. Edge to the outside. But there's Foley with a kick. Guerrero now with a kick. Back and forth, these two men go. Counter by Foley. And Mick Foley sends him off the ropes. Look at Foley! Good Lord! Foley went for a suicide dive. Edge able to dodge it. Foley crashing skull first. Out on the floor. Oh my God, and Guerrero! Guerrero risking life and limb to take out Mick Foley. And now Guerrero just trying to keep Edge down. I think Guerrero trying to figure out who he wants to target. But he doesn't get the chance. Foley has him. But his surprise attack, well, I was going to say it failed. But Foley, maybe it has failed. As Foley whipped into the ring. Guerrero is struggling right now. You can just see the damage, the effects of this matchup. Guerrero's starting to run out of energy. Edge back into the ring. Foley with some sort of like a leg drop. As there's a counter by Edge. Edge looking to take a shot on Mick Foley, but Guerrero's got Edge. Guerrero toss, oh! Straight into a punch. Bit of unexpected double teamwork there from Foley and Guerrero. I don't think it was intentional. But right now, Guerrero is down. Edge, schoolboy! And out going to work on the leg. Edge has got the leg of Mick Foley. Is he gonna force the Intercontinental Champion to submit? No, Foley does not. But Guerrero, you can see he's off balance. Edge is off balance. Everybody is suffering right now. As there's a kick to the back of Guerrero. Guerrero crumbles. But there's a big drop kick in the corner to Edge. As now Guerrero, what's he doing here? Just stomping a mud hole in the Rated R Superstar. Foley looking for the cover, but that's not gonna work. Not with Guerrero there. What was Foley thinking? As now Guerrero setting Foley off the ropes. Got him with a headlock. Edge back to his feet. 9 minutes into this matchup, and things have not slowed down. If anything, they've only gotten faster. A nice DDT there by Edge. Guerrero is in trouble right now as Mick Foley with a vicious slap to the face. Edge looking to capitalize, takes Foley down. Both of his opponents are down. Can Edge capitalize? Edge, I don't think he knows who to go for, but he who hesitates is he who loses. Look out! Execution! Foley's busted open. Guerrero's down. Referee. 1, 2, 3, and Edge is the new Intercontinental Champion. You know, we've talked about Triple H's title reign. We've talked about all these superstars winning titles. Edge is quite possibly one of the most decorated superstars in GM mode. Former United States champion, former 2-time tag team champion, and now the new Intercontinental Champion. A big victory there for Edge. He not only defeats his rival Eddie Guerrero, but he walks out with the Intercontinental Championship right in the palm of his hands. Congratulations to the Rated R Superstar. A massive victory tonight. It's up to Destiny now. Is Burchill gonna get that title shot? Nope. Sorry guys. I gave him a chance. I said I would push him. But he didn't do it. He didn't get the job done. So, we're not gonna have a pirate as WWE champion. I mean, I gave him a shot. It isn't meant to be. So we had Triple H and Shelton Benjamin defeat Mysterio and Batista. Kane defeats Joey Mercury, which is a bit disheartening because Carlito beat Finley. Maybe I could turn that into a tag team title shot anyway. I know I said I'd prefer a singles championship. Maybe I'll give Carlito a match. And then I guess if he loses, then I'll just transition him into the tag team feud. And then I can give Finley a shot later on. I don't know. And then Shawn Michaels defeats Kurt Angle, so there you go. Shawn Michaels is going to be facing The Undertaker for the WWE Championship. Interference, yeah, they really are pulling all the strings and the golden tongue. Jesus, 100,000 fans, wow. Oh wait, yeah, because that'd be for this is news for this week. Man, they did both. Are finances just not a problem for them? Edge's contract expiring, Mick Foley's new negotiation, and yeah, Edge winning the IC title. So I guess I don't have to be concerned about Edge anymore. So I might as well extend that contract. Now I'm almost wishing I had done it sooner because it would have cost me less money. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. And then I almost wish that I just waited on Foley because it would have cost me less. But that's okay. We've got them both, and that's all that matters. Oh, we have more unsatisfied people. Matt Hardy, well, I mean, if you'd win more, you'd be in the rankings. So you'd be able to get a title shot. Batista losing every week, I can fix that. Mysterio losing every week, I can fix that. But everything else, well, that's just... I'll get to it when I get to it. Basically, that's basically the solution for that. Really, their popularity is going down, even though they beat Batista and Triple H just because one lost to Kane, and oh my god, it's the end of the world. Okay, but Taker's injury has healed. Thank goodness for that. We don't have contracts to deal with for another 4 weeks. What? What Wait, what was that? That was Michaels and Cena. But, oh right, because it was going to end. Derp. Let's just see how the ratings did. So we had a 3-star show. We had 3, 2.5, 3.5, 3-star, 4-star, and a 4-star main event. I feel like that could be worthy of a 3.5-star, but this is not. We had a hardcore triple threat tornado tag, 4.5 stars. That's crazy. This is just. I am just fed up with SmackDown's antics right now. We already checked. Oh wait, no, I need rivalries because I can set some up here. So I guess, can I do #1 contender? Would this work? If I do Kennedy and JBL, I don't think they're high enough. Oh, derp. New Year's Revolution. No, okay. How about, actually I can't do the other thing I was thinking of, so let me just change this. We'll do Battle of the Titans. Yeah. So for 10 weeks. I don't know if JBL is gonna last that long, but it's worth a shot. And everybody else, I don't really have any plans at the moment, so yeah, Cena Michaels is over. Michaels is gonna move on to face the Undertaker, so I guess I might as well conclude that. We'll do Undertaker and Shawn Michaels in that, what is it called? The rivalry, the #1 contender rivalry. We'll do that. And then I will pit John Cena against Kurt Angle. And we'll do greatest of all time. There's no way that works though, because they're not legends. Even though they both are legends in present day. Let's just do Hungry Challenger. Oh, because it's gotta be. I'm a derp. I'm a derp. I wanted Hungry Challenger for that rivalry. No, Undertaker and Shawn Michaels for 10 weeks. Yeah. And then John Cena, Kurt Angle, #1 contender for 10 weeks. And that will work. Yes. Then we've got Mercury, Hardy, Foley, Carlito, Finlay, Burchill. Not much to do there. I guess I could put Burchill and Hardy in a rivalry for a bit. I don't know how I feel about that though. Let's just take a look at the Power 25. So Undertaker, #1, DX at #2. Chavo, he fell from #1, but he's still up there as the World Heavyweight Champion. I had kind of forgotten that he still was the World Champion. Van Dam, United States Champion, but he took a bit of a fall. Foley, after losing the IC title, only drops 2 places, which I suppose isn't too bad, because I guess he did retain at the pay-per-view, so again, you win some, you lose some. Edge moving up, Cena moving down, Angle moving down, Mysterio, Batista, Guerrero moving down, Benjamin didn't really go anywhere. Carlito, yeah, definitely would move up. JBL moving up. There we go. They are sharing the same spot now. M&M, so that's great. Awesome. So then, yeah, Edge now in the top 5, so now he can contend for the WWE title, now that he is not needing to. Kurt Angle fell out of that list. And we got Kennedy. We were able to promote Kennedy thanks to M&M uniting, so that's good. We've got another free space on this this power rankings. I don't know who else I could combine. I guess I could combine Mysterio and Batista. I mean, they're not really a tag team at this point, but I could make them one. Can't really push them for the tag titles at that point. I don't think Triple H and Benjamin would be a good tag team. We'll work on it. We'll work on it. Come up with a solution there. But for right now, Kennedy moving up is a good thing. Always having more people in championship contention is a good thing. And that's going to conclude this edition of SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 General Manager Mode. Thank you all for joining me. And until next time, keep on YouTubing.